You are very competent researchers, academician, administrator also. But what is important is 21st century is a life skills for all of us and including our students. So on that note, I will request all of you that throughout the session, we plan to make use of the chat option today. ऐसा नहीं कि आपको अंत तक वेट करना होगा and then you are supposed to drop a thank you note. No, we will expect all of us to try and be there together and make it an interactive session. And that is going to happen only when I get to receive some sort of a communication, some sort of an interaction from your side. So I humbly request all the professors who all are present right now, kindly check the chat option because throughout the session, I expect to make use of the chat option. So I have already welcomed you all in the chat box. So can you just drop a quick hi, hello, good morning message in the chat box to see that whether the chat option is working for you or not. So I will request humbly all of you to please do that. The fastest finger is Professor Bindu. Thank you very much. Followed by Professor Parashuram. Dr. Venkatesh is there. Thank you very much. I can see Professor Hima's response. Thank you, Professor Dr. Shuprit. Vijayalakshmi is there also with us, Professor Vijayalakshmi. Thank you very much, Professor Ramia, for dropping your message. I can see Professor Seema also chipping in with a quick good morning message. Please try and check because throughout the session, we plan to make use of the chat option because जो टॉपिक आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं यू विल सी दैट यू हैव लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स टू कंट्रीब्यूट ऐसा नहीं कि आई जस्ट स्पीक बट आई लव टू लिसन टू ऑल ऑफ यू आल्सो थ्रू आउट द सेशन सो प्रोफेसर जगदीश इज देयर विद अस थैंक यू प्रोफेसर अमूर्था आई कैन सी अ response from professor yes Amurtha dropped a good morning message for all of us. Thank you very much, Professor Mamta. I can see a response from Professor Mamta appearing. Thank you very much, Professor Manisha, also for your kind gesture and dropping a message. Thank you so much. So I will request everybody, as of now, we can see there are 45 of us in the session, and hopefully everybody will try and warm their fingers up to get ready for today's session. That is the first thing. Second thing, what I plan to do is I will request all of you to whatever extent is possible, please make sure that you are in a position to unmute and contribute into today's session. ऐसा नहीं कि you are going to be just a passive listener, but rather I love to try and hear your voices. So please try and figure out a convenient time when you'll be able to try and come forward and unmute and share a little bit about yourself. So I humbly request all the professors, please make sure that whenever it's the right time for you, give me an indication by raise of hands and I will offer you the opportunity to come forward, unmute and share three basic things about yourself. I repeat, three fundamental things I would love to know from all the respected participants. First one about your department, which department you represent. The second one about your college or the institute or the university that you represent. And third and the most important one, apart from teaching, apart from research, apart from administrative responsibility, in सबको छोड़ के, what other interest in life you have. So I hope I have made myself clear. And if I can make it in Hindi also. So मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप अपने आप को थोड़ा फ्री रखिए और अपने डिपार्टमेंट के बारे में, अपने कॉलेज के बारे में और थोड़ा बहुत अपने जो जीवन का अदर इंटरेस्ट है उसके बारे में आप बताना चाहते हैं. I think that is what I will request all of you. So please make sure that you are in a position to unmute and share those basic informations with all of you. And point number 3, what I will love to do is I would love to try and make sure that we have some kind of a diverse activity in the session. It will not be a lecture session, neither it will be just a presentation where slides are going to come and disappear. Rather, it will be more of role-playing, case studies, videos. Hopefully, you will try and enjoy those things, provided only technology is not letting you down. So on that note, I will request all of you, please make sure that you can just check the next slide where I'm going to present the topic for today's session. And then I will request you to kindly quickly raise your hands. I hope that option is given under the react button of your device. So please अपना reaction button में जाके, after looking at the slide, you can just show me a raise of hands because I have already raised my hands and I will expect you to try and check out that option also. Because आज के session में, throughout the session, I will keep on requesting you to do a little bit of exercise by raising and lowering your hands also. So let's start with the first slide, and I hope everybody will be able to try and see it. And if it is visible to you, kindly just give a quick confirmation by showing a raise of hands. And I believe everybody will be able to see the slide appear before you. So, and if Professor, I think Sindhusri is there on screen. Ma'am, if you can unmute and confirm, अगर आपको slide दिख रहा है, so just kindly let me know so that I can also be assured that yes, it is visible. I hope
Yes,
it is
sir,
Yes,
it's
visible.
sir, it's
visible.
visible, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I hope everybody is able to see the slide. And once again, when I put up this slide, a very good morning to all the respected participants of this
Morning, sir.
faculty induction program. And जब मैं ये slide आपके सामने रख रहा हूँ, I really mean it. You see, respect is like a mirror. The more you show it on other people, it will reflect back on you. So on that note, I think I welcome all of you once again in today's session, and we will start with module 5. We all are part of faculty induction program, and मुझे पता है कि आपको भी पता है, this is called Guru Dakshata. And as per the guidelines of UGC, there are different modules. And today जो आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं is actually module 5. And module 5 का अगर आप देखेंगे broad जो एरिया है, जो थीम है, is all about personal and emotional development and little bit of counseling. I repeat once again, today we will specifically look at module 5 of Guru Dakshita. And I think module 5 talks about the broad heading, which is about personal and emotional development and little bit of counseling. So इसके बारे में अगर हम डिस्कस करेंगे, उसके अंदर एक सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज जो आता है, that is called life skills. And that's why I think I know in an FIP we get participants from different disciplines, whether it's humanities, whether we talk about science, we talk about maybe some kind of a computer application, we talk about maybe mathematics, we talk about commerce, management, and also a lot of other areas. So that's why the topic is such where everybody, I hope you will have something to contribute rather than me talking and sharing the input. So the focus of today's session will be life skills and little bit of work-life balance. मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप जरूर इसके तरफ ध्यान दे रहे हैं, एंड होपफुली इट इज क्वाइट well for your life. So when we talk about work-life balance and little bit of a stress also for academician, that is you and me in 21st century. So I humbly request all of you, if you can just give a raise of hands from your device, if the slide is visible to you, and hopefully you figured out about the topic. So let me check how many hands are going up in real time, if any hands have gone up. Yes, Professor Jayant, thank you. I can see a hand going up from Professor Tanuja. Thank you. There are 7 hands that have gone up. The number is improving. Professor Ramya, thank you. Professor Suprit, Professor Pallavi is there. Professor Tanuja's hand has gone up. Thank you, Professor Ramya. So जैसे मैंने आपसे रिक्वेस्ट किया कि आप अगर 2 मिनट के लिए फ्री होंगे तो प्लीज डोंट हेजिटेट, यू कैन अनम्यूट एंड share a little bit about yourself in terms of those 3 requests I made. One is about your department, the second one about the college or the university that you represent, and the third and the most important one, what other interest in life you have. So we can start maybe with anybody who is convenient right now to start. Is it Professor Venkatesh in a position to unmute, sir? Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir,
Sir,
boliye.
my name is Venkatesh. Sir. I'm working as assistant professor in Government Postgraduate College, Barpur, Udupi district. And my hobbies are gardening and listening music.
I missed the department, sir. Sorry, which department you mentioned?
Sir, I work for computer science department, sir.
Computer science. Thank you so much. And very creative also, from computer to creativity. That's music and gardening. I think it's a wonderful interest that you have apart from computer. Sir, आप रहिए, आगे भी बातचीत होते रहेंगे, and I hope we'll get to try and know more about your
Thank you,
area
sir.
of interest. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was Dr. Venkatesh. Thank you. We have Professor Pallavi. If possible, ma'am, you are in a position to unmute. Welcome to today's session. Little bit about your side of the
Good
story.
morning, sir.
Good morning.
Myself Malaviya. I'm working as an assistant professor in Balpur JFTC College. My hobbies comes to cooking and reading, sir. Reading books, novels, stories.
Excellent. I think reading, that's something which we all encourage our students also to follow. Thank you so much, Professor
Thank
Pallavi,
you,
for
thank
that.
you.
And also, she is also into cooking. Agar offline session hota, all the fellow participants might have got a little bit of a taste of your innovative dishes, but it is online. We can't help it. Thank you so much, ma'am. आप रहिए, आगे भी बातचीत होते रहेंगे आपसे. Professor Ramya is there. I can see Professor Sindhu. Anybody for that matter, whoever is willing, you can come forward, share about your department. बोलिए please.
Sir, I am Hema Tobaramati, Assistant Professor of Commerce, working in SMYK Government First Grade College, Telsang. And my hobbies are actually, sir, I worked as a administrative work in 15 years. I served as a computer operator. Now I am going to work as assistant professor, sir.
Excellent, excellent.
And
Thank you.
I love to read the books, sir.
Excellent. And I think that is a very good habit, or maybe a hobby you are having. And hopefully your students are going to also take a few lessons from you. Thank you. Welcome to today's
Thank you,
session.
sir.
Wonderful. आप रहिए, आगे भी बातचीत होते रहेंगे. We can see Professor Pooja, Professor Purnima, all are visible to us. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. बोलिए please.
Sir, I'm Pooja. My subject is commerce, and I'm working as an assistant professor in Uppinangadi College, Government First Grade College, Uppinangadi. And my hobbies are listening music, watching films, and cooking.
Wonderful. And I think somebody also from the similar domain I represent, I'm from a management background. So nice to connect with you, ma'am. And hopefully आज के session में जैसे मैंने promise किया कि थोड़ा बहुत we might have some short funny videos also. You will enjoy those. And since you're interested in a lot of other creative things, thank you so much. I think that was respected Madam Pooja from Commerce Department. Anybody else, if you are willing, you are most welcome to unmute and share about yourself. और
Sir,
कोई
good
है?
morning, sir.
Yes, welcome. Good morning. बोलिए.
Sir, I am Amrita, Assistant Professor of English, and my hobbies are painting, reading, sir.
Excellent. I think English along with painting and also a little bit of reading. So we would love to know about all those diverse interests that all the respected participants are having. Thank you very much, and we welcome all of you. Yes, Professor Shadashiva is there with us. Welcome, sir. If you want to share a little bit about your department and your interest in life.
नमस्ते सर, मेरा
Namaste,
नाम
sir.
सदाशिव शिल्ती बामी, पॉलिटिकल साइंस डिपार्टमेंट जीएफजीसी हुन्नूर सर.
And
मेरा
what
hobby
other
है
interest here? बोलिए please.
रीडिंग एंड स्पोर्ट्स है.
Oh, sports, very good, sir. आप रहिए, आज हम थोड़ा खेलेंगे आप सबके साथ. May not be outdoor game, but जरूर you'll love to participate and you'll enjoy those role playing and management games and all. Thank you very much, respected Professor Sadasiv. And I think sir will going to give us good company today in the session. Thank you so much. Anyone else, if you are willing to unmute at this moment and warm yourself up, I'd love to listen to you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning,
Yes,
sir.
yes, good
Good
morning.
morning,
बोलिए.
sir. My name is Vijay Lakshmi, sir. Department of Kannada. I am working in GFGC Magan Hipparga, Gulbarga University, sir. I am interested in singing and reading, sir.
Great. A lot of professors are into creative things like singing, painting, music, reading, and all. Nice. Thank you so much. Nice to connect with you. And I would request you to be there and share your rich experience as we move along in this session of life and life skills. Thank you so much. Yes. Anybody else, if you are in a position, kindly come forward and share a little bit briefly about yourself.
So myself is Tahasin, Department of Geography. I'm working in Saligrama. So my hobbies is watching movies and reading books, sir.
Oh, wonderful. So full movies तो नहीं देखेंगे but छोटा सा videos जरूर देखेंगे I think throughout the session. Thank you, respected professor from Department of Geography, if I heard carefully. Thank you very much and चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं and जरूर आप सबसे बातचीत करते रहेंगे ऐसे ही and we would love to try and hear from all of you. So let's take the next slide and I make a promise that ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 2 या 3 स्लाइड एक वक्त हम प्रेजेंट करेंगे उससे ज़्यादा नहीं. So I will maximum present 2 to 3 slides at a time and then open it up for a quick round of interaction, either by unmuting or maybe in the chat box. So that is how we try to take the session forward and hopefully you will connect with it. Thank you very much. So let's move forward and we have figured out what exactly the focus of today's session is going to be. It is all about module 5 of Guru Dakshita. And I've already informed you it's all about personal emotional development and a little bit of counseling. And under that comes this broad area, which is all about life skills. We are not going to talk about what is life skills. Rather, we will experience it in this session today. So let's start with that. And when we talk about the topic of today's session, I think let's start with something called a dream. And there is a thought process, there is a saying, जो आपके सामने है screen पे, आप एक बार देखिए please. उसके बाद I will request you for a quick answer in the chat box. So the thought process says, if you can dream it, you can do it. मुझे लगता है कि आप जरूर अपने स्टूडेंट्स को भी याद दिलाते रहते होंगे द इम्पोर्टेंट ऑफ हैविंग अ ड्रीम एंड हाउ एग्जैक्टली द ड्रीम कैन बी ट्रांसलेटेड इनटू रियलिटी. So connected with this thought process, I have a humble request to all the respected professor. A simple question from my side. Kindly check the chat box and give a short answer, yes or no, or something different. My question is, do we remember the dream we saw last night? अगर आपको याद है कि भाई कल क्या ड्रीम आपने देखे होंगे, you can write a yes. अगर कोई भी ड्रीम नहीं हुआ था, आप you can write a no. If you remember a little bit, you can write little bit or bits and pieces somewhat. Professor Jana is saying yes. Thank you. Professor Hima is also remembering it. Professor Venkatesh is saying yes, but not clearly. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हाँ हम dreams तो देखते हैं, but we don't remember exactly what was it. Yes, Professor Pallavi is saying no. Thank you very much. Rest of the professor, आप जल्दी से आंसर दे दीजिए because when we talk about life's journey, I think we can try and start from dream because हर किसी के जीवन में कोई ना कोई dream तो जरूर होता होगा. Whether it's for us, it's for our students, or maybe some other individual. When we talk about last night, I think I am requesting you, अगर आपको याद है, you can write a yes. अगर नहीं भी याद होगा तो you can write a no. So let's move forward. And even if we don't remember the dream, but at least we should be knowing about this thought process, which comes from none other than our very own beloved President, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I think we must be telling our students about that thought process. तो एक बार देखिए जो अगला स्लाइड आने वाले हैं एंड उसके बाद जरूर आपको लगेगा कि हाँ भाई हम तो इस थॉट प्रोसेस के साथ परिचित है. We are aware about it and we must be telling our student about it. So let's see what Dr. Kalam had to offer about dreams. And I quote, dreams is not what you see in sleep. I repeat, dreams is not what you see in sleep. Is the thing which doesn't let you sleep. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप जरूर अपने स्टूडेंट्स को ये याद दिलाते रहते होंगे. You must be telling your students about the importance of having a dream, because that dream actually brings them to your campuses, to your classrooms and all. And from there, the journey starts for them. It's not just about completing a course. It's not about choice of specialization or getting a doctoral degree as a research scholar, but ultimately it's a journey of life. And that is what we are going to try and explore and travel with all of you together. So let's move on. And when we talk about life, it's like a journey. So why not we try and start somewhere today? So when we talk about life skills, I think I have another simple request for all of you. My question to all of you, it's your life. And I think we don't get a second chance. So how do you want to take your life forward? आप अपना जीवन कैसे बिताना पसंद करते हैं? Is it in terms of years? Is it in terms of months? Is it in terms of days or कुछ अलग? So kindly just have a look at this slide for next 10 seconds and uske baad I will request you in the chat box for a quick answer. So wait for my request to appear and uske baad aap zarur dijiye. My question is, do we live for years, months or days? और कुछ अलग भी हो सकता है. So can you just drop a quick answer for this one? All the respected participants, the professor, आप अपना जीवन कैसे बिताना पसंद करते हैं? I think the fastest response, Dr. Kriti, days के हिसाब से. Professor Hima is also saying days. Professor Santa is also writing about days. Professor Vijay Lakshmi, years के हिसाब से. Professor Manisha is talking in terms of years. So there is no wrong answer. It's your life and life of your students. जैसे वो अपना जीवन आगे ले जाना पसंद करते हैं. So Professor Navina, welcome. Thank you. Professor Jagdish had given a wonderful answer, and I think Professor Jagdish has talked about every moment. Wonderful. I think Professor Dr. Venkatesh has also given a meaningful answer, until satisfied with life. Harpal, I think that is a very good answer coming in the chat box. Professor Pallavi is talking about each seconds. Har ek pal is important and she wants to make the most of it. I think Professor Ramia is also talking about days ke hisab se. Thank you so much. All the respected professors and participants, it's your life. So how you want to take your life forward? So ऐसा जो आपने लिखा है, I think I am waiting for another maybe 10 seconds for any other professor to respond and then we move on. So it's your life and हर किसी के जीवन के साथ जरूर कुछ ना कुछ यादगार लम्हे, if we can call it, or some kind of a memorable special moments तो रहते होंगे. So I will follow it up with the next question. आप एक बार देखिए slide के तरफ and then we will try and look at the chat box once again. So it can be in terms of years, it can be in terms of months, it can be in terms of days. I know many of you must be doing mentoring of your students also. So during the course of mentoring, you can try and request your students to tell you about the aspect, the way they try to take your life forward. Or it can be neither in terms of days nor in terms of months or years, but it can be just like many of you have mentioned for some special moments. It can be every second, it can be every minute, it can be the present moment, whatever is it. So or we can live for some special moments. So if you look back at your life, I will request you just for 10-20 seconds, आप थोड़ा हो सके तो आंख बंद करके थोड़ा सोचिए. Which moment actually stand out? So there might be many, but if I request you to talk about a very special or a memorable moment, and if you see I have mentioned nothing official about it, मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि आपके प्रोफेशनल वर्ल्ड से होना चाहिए. It can come from your personal life also. कुछ भी हो सकता है. So if anything special that you can think of, because over the years, what I have seen, a lot of professors, they talk about getting their job, they talk about getting their PhD. So my question for all the respected professor, any special moment from your life, अगर ऐसा कुछ आपको याद आ रहा है इस वक्त, you can write, you can unmute and talk about it. It can be both from your professional life as well as maybe from your personal life. So when we talk about professional world, I have seen that a lot of professors, they talk about getting their PhD, getting their first book published, or even maybe talking about getting a research paper published. And in the personal life, it can be finding a life partner, having a baby born in the family, or something else. So let's see the fastest response when we talk about a memorable moment or a special moment. I hope moment spent with my child, that is Professor Pooja is talking about, as I said, from the personal life bhi ho sakta hai. Professor is talking about the day of marriage. Yes, Professor Amurtha is talking about it. Dr. Kirti is talking about clearing the NET, JRF, and a lot of other things. Thank you very much. Professor Ramya is talking about experiencing motherhood. Yes, I think then our house inauguration is something very, very memorable from Professor's industry. Thank you. Joining the job, many of you have mentioned that Professor Vijay Lakshmi, Professor Navina talked about getting married. And then when we talk about college days are often the best days of someone's life, we say that that is from Professor Pooja. Thank you very much. Professor Vandana is talking about her daughter's birthday. Professor Hima is talking about, yes, when she experienced motherhood and all. So these are all moments and जिसके लिए हम जीते हैं. And I think हमारे जो students हैं, they also hopefully will have some memorable moments. So thank you so much everybody for mentioning it. And Professor Shanta is also joining the job. I think that is very, very important. Clearing Net Slate and Assistant Professor CET, that is Professor Amurtha. Thank you. And I think these are the moments जिसके लिए हम जीते हैं. Thank you so much, all of you, for your overwhelming responses in the chat box. So let's move forward. And when we move forward, you see, life is like a journey. And we have already started with a dream, and then we were talking about some kind of a memorable moment from our life. And yes, Professor, getting the PhD degree and the doctorate award, that's really, really memorable. Thank you so much for mentioning that. So let's move forward. And as we move forward, I will try and again request you to focus on the slide and then open it up for another round of interaction. So life is like a journey. And when we are talking about life skills, that is the focus of today's session. So life ke jo ek aspects hai, that is what we are going to try and experience today and touch upon it. So when we talk about life, I think the question is, are we living or are we existing? I will leave for 10 seconds on screen this thought process, and सभी को मैं request करूंगा, आप देखिए, are we really living or are we just existing? Are we adding days to our life? आज चलो भाई, today happens to be Thursday, tomorrow will be a Friday, then again Saturday, Sunday, ऐसे करते हुए we are adding days to our life. That is called living. Or we are trying to add little bit of life to our days. It might sound a little philosophical, but I think that is what our young students often they get confused. Are they actually living or just they are existing? This is a question what I hope we need to try and put before them, and hopefully they will find a little bit of a meaning of it. So let's move forward. And life is a story. And इस वक्त मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि please try and think about your life and what all stories they are, success stories. There might be many. बट अगर ऐसा कुछ, ऑलरेडी यू हैव मेंशन सम स्पेशल मोमेंट्स, ऐसा कुछ सक्सेस जो आपने हासिल किया है लाइफ में, सो इफ यू वांट टू टॉक अबाउट इट, इफ यू वांट टू शेयर अबाउट इट, सो यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम टू ट्राई एंड चेक इट आउट. सो माय नेक्स्ट स्लाइड विल एक्चुअली हेल्प यू टू कनेक्ट विद इट. हर किसी के जीवन में दीज आर द टू साइड्स ऑफ द कॉइन. वन इज सक्सेस, द अदर वन इज फेलियर. So I will request you to briefly go into the chat box and once again mention if I know there might be many, any success story from your life that you would love to share briefly. You are most welcome. ज़्यादा डिटेल में नहीं लिखना है, just you can mention whatever be it. ऐसा नहीं कि कुछ बड़ा होना चाहिए. I know there are a lot of big achievement, success which all of you have tested, but if you want to make sure that you want to share about at least one, you are most welcome to try and talk about it, because हर एक जो individual होते हैं उनके life से ये दोनों term success and failure जुड़ा रहता है. And I hope in this session there are a lot of respected professors who are already tested many. Professor Pallavi is the fastest one talking about education and job. That's I think a meaning of success based on what ma'am had seen from her life. Thank you very much once again, Professor Pallavi, for your response. Any success story, whether it's in professional world or कहीं पे भी निजी जीवन में, पर्सनल लाइफ में अगर कुछ आपने हासिल किया है, आपको लगता है कि yes, that needs to be mentioned, you are most welcome to mention that in the chat box, or even you can write it. By the time I think we are figuring it out, I will request you, जिससे अभी तक बात नहीं हुआ है, so if you are willing to unmute and share about your department, about your college, and little bit about your interest in life, you are most welcome. So got 3 jobs, not just one. Professor Purnima, wonderful ma'am, and I think एक नहीं दो नहीं आपको 3 opportunities you got. Would you like to share a little bit about it and your other interest in life? That's the wonderful thing from Professor Purnima. Professor Pooja is talking about having true friends and a loving family. I think that's really very precious. Professor Pooja is mentioning about that. Wonderful. Thank you. Talking about, yes, Professor, I think Kanum is talking about immediately after completion of education, got the job and all. Professor Jayana, I think, is reminding us failures are the pillar of success. Sir, अगर आपसे हो सके तो थोड़ा unmute कीजिए, अपने department के बारे में बोलिए, because sir has tasted more failure than success. But I think that's a real lesson for all of us, that yes, success तो आएंगे, but failures happens to be the pillars behind that success. Thank you very much, Professor Santa. Talking about education, job. Yes, Professor Jaina is available now to unmute. आप अगर अपने डिपार्टमेंट के बारे में और इंटरेस्ट इन लाइफ के बारे में, if you want to share, you are most welcome. Good morning, sir. बोलिए.
Yeah, sir. Very good morning, sir. Myself, Dr. Jaina Inde, working as the assistant professor in chemistry in Athani, sir, Belagavi district, which is affiliated to Ranichanam University. Sir, I have faced more failures than success. So I will tell you one thing. So my MSc subject is industrial chemistry, sir. Yeah. So due to the this is interdisciplinary subject, I lost so 3 to 4 jobs in FSL and in so assistant environmental officer AEO, and also from University of Ballari. So after that, I went to file a case in the High Court, and we succeeded, sir. Now it's considered as the equivalent to chemistry. So in that particular period, I faced so many failures. So after that, so after considering it equivalent to chemistry, now I got the job in the one of the aided college, KLS aided college. So for that particular period, I have suffered a lot, and I prefer to say that so I faced more failure than success.
Absolutely. You are a role model for all of your students, and they are going to get the right message from you. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing about it. And I think आप रहिए, आगे भी बातचीत होते रहेंगे. And we would love to know about
Thank you,
your
sir. Thank you so
rich
much.
experience. Thank you so much. In the chat box, I think Professor Bindu had mentioned about overcoming weaknesses and developing herself into something big achievement. Yes, Professor Manisha talking about job and completing the set exams and all. When I joined assistant professor is Professor Ravi. Thank you. That's a really, really very successful moment. And hopefully all of you who have mentioned, Professor Ravi B had mentioned that then introducing English to student in rural area, that was really hopefully challenging, which Professor Ravi Kattimani did. Thank you very much for mentioning that. Getting your dream job is Professor Soumya. And then Professor Dr. Jagdish, Professor of Education College. Thank you so much, everybody, for your responses. So you are giving me the opportunity to present the next slide. And अगर आप देखेंगे अगला slide, आपको लगेगा कि what exactly is the way forward. So I requested you about your success as of now that you have tested. But whatever you have tested, if I ask you the next question, how was the road? How did you find the road towards success? Was it very easy? Was it very smooth? Or maybe it was with little bit of obstacles, hurdles, with little bit of hard work, dedication, you achieved success. So ये अलग-अलग लोगों के लिए अलग-अलग हो सकता है. But I hope if you ask me, I will say that the road to success is almost always under construction. सक्सेस के तरफ जो रास्ता आप देखेंगे, it is almost always under construction. And if I can just relate with the FIP that you are part of, for this next couple of weeks or days, whatever, I think you are actually going to lay the road for your next success, if we can call it, in terms of your career advancement. Directly, the FIP gives us some kind of a positive advantage when it comes to career advancement and all. So that is a straightforward kind of an advantage. But beyond that, when we talk about it, we can talk about different kind of when we talk about this aspect is fine, but apart from that, I think it talks about exposure to so many diverse themes of the FIP, and then so many respected resource person coming, sharing, interacting. So that is calling holistic kind of a development. So that is what we are saying. The road to success is almost always under construction, and you all are laying that road every day, every session in this FIP. So इसी से जुड़ा होगा मेरा अगला सवाल आप सभी के लिए, and मुझे उम्मीद है कि you will be able to answer this. My question is very simple, and I hope you'll be able to answer this from your experience of life. Is there any shortcut formula that you have found to achieve सक्सेस? अगर आपने कुछ शॉर्टकट फॉर्मूला के बारे में पता कर लिया, यू कैन राइट ए यस. अगर आपको लगता है कि सम शॉर्टकट फॉर्मूला हैव बीन इन्वेंटेड समवेयर and you are aware about it, you can write a yes. If not, you know what will be the answer. So kindly drop an answer in the chat box. And for this one, I hope only technology can stop you from answering this one. Otherwise, I think if you are able to hear my voice, if you're able to see the message in the chat box, you all are going to try and give an answer for that. So, and I think hopefully all those answers that you are giving are very, very meaningful. And my request was, is there any shortcut formula for achieving success? I think your responses are telling me that what exactly you have seen from your life. Professor Vijay Lakshmi is talking about struggling. Professor Ramya is saying the road is not very easy. Dr. Amurtha is saying no. Professor Hima is saying no. Thank you. Professor Soumya is also saying no. Professor Bindu, everybody as academician or as individual, we all are echoing the same voice, and that is a very strong no. Our effort towards our goal is the key. That is what Professor Venkatesh P. Absolutely agree with sir, whatever sir has mentioned. And Professor Venkatesh, thank you for your response. Professor Pooja is saying many obstacles are going to come, and we need to overcome those. I think a short cut to success is to do skilled work. That is Professor Achyutananda. Thank you very much, Professor Tanuja. It is only possible with continuous effort and perseverance. The word perseverance is very important. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि every day you stand before your student with this sort of a mindset, and they are going to have the right kind of message coming from you. Thank you very much, Professor Tanuja, for that. And और कोई अगर अपना जो विचार है आप लिखना चाहते हैं chat box में, you can do that, please. So my question was, is there any shortcut formula to achieve success? And what I can see as academician, आप और हम सभी सहमत है, we all are agreeing that hopefully there are no shortcut formula to achieve success. And this is what we are actually talking from our own experiences of life. And with this, we every day go and meet our students and we pass on this message to them. And that's why I say that you are the right role model for your students. So I have been doing a little bit of a talking for the last almost over half an hour or so. So I will just request those who didn't get a chance to come forward and share about yourself in terms of your interest in life, your department, and about your university or the college. You are most welcome. Anybody can unmute and come forward and share. आप अगर कुछ कहना चाहते हैं, Professor Bindu, welcome. Good morning. If you want to share about yourself,
Good
most
morning,
welcome.
sir.
Yes,
Myself
बोलिए.
Bindu. I'm from GFJC Munialo, Udupi district, sir. My subject is commerce, and I'm most interested in Kannada literature.
Excellent. From commerce and also into literature and all. That's wonderful. Great. And I think you are blending the concept of a little bit of holistic education and all. Thank you very much, Professor Bindu. We would love to connect with you as we move along in the session. So just give me a break, please, for a minute. Sorry, I was just talking about Professor Bindu, and we have Professor Purnima also with us. Thank you, Professor Bindu. Yes, Professor Purnima, welcome. If you want to share about yourself about your interest in life and a little bit about आपके department के बारे में. Most welcome. Please unmute yourself. You are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Please go ahead. बोलिए.
I am Purnima, Assistant Professor of Political Sciences. I SSAK GFGC, Hirevankalkondu, Kutla District.
And what your interest in life? क्या पसंद है जीवन में?
Can I speak in Kannada?
Okay, I'll not be able to make sense. ठीक है, no problem. Somebody will translate who knows little bit of Hindi or English. Yes, you can go ahead. बोलिए, please. You can speak.
Sir, question, sir. Question,
Interest in life. Your
ಏನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ.
Teaching. ನನಗೆ ಇರೋದು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ ಅದೇ ನನಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್.
Yes, I hope ma'am is talking about our interest in teaching. That's great. Thank you so much. We have Professor Sindhu also with us. Welcome. Good morning. Yes, anything from your side? Namaste. Boliye, please.
Sir, myself Sindhu and working as assistant professor in mathematics, and I am working in GFGC Tirthalli, Shimoga district. My interest is reading current events books, GK books. So there is no shortcut for success, but nowadays we are getting knowledge through online internet. So we can use these for studies to solve doubts.
Very true, very true.
It helped me so much in clearing exams and solving my doubts. As my subject is mathematics, I cleared most of my doubts seeing online videos. So I think it is, I got source very easily.
Thank you so much. I think that was a professor of mathematics and Professor Sindhu also making use of technology to try and maybe solve some complicated problem of maths. That's great, and I think we all can make use of technology for a betterment. Thank you so much, and nice to connect with you from Department of Mathematics. Thank you. Anybody else who is free right now, you are willing to come forward, please come forward.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Please बोलिए.
सर, मेरा नाम सैयद बरकत है, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ हिस्ट्री, GFGC हड़ेंडी, साउथ केनरा सर, कर्नाटका.
Okay.
सर, मेरा इंटरेस्टेड तो ट्रैवलिंग है सर, और स्पेशली हिस्टोरिकल प्लेसेस.
Hopefully you love traveling also, sir, since you're from history background and you love to travel, I believe, in different historical places. आपको घूमना फिरना पसंद है ना? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank you so much. And आज के session में today also we are going to travel in this journey of life, and hopefully sir is going to give us good company. Thank you so much. आप रहिए, आगे भी बातचीत होते रहेंगे. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yeah, welcome.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yes, welcome. Good morning. बोलिए.
Sir, myself Mantesh, working as assistant professor, Government First Grade College, Hirevankalkondu, Kolkata district, sir. Interesting area, teaching and learning, sir. I am very interested in competitive exams, sir. Competitive exams, learning and teaching.
That's great, and I think wonderful. Always interested in competitive exams and always showing the way for your students. That's great. Thank you so much, Professor. Please be there. We would love to connect with you as we move forward. So it's nice that so many professors from diverse background from different parts of the state and beyond. Any outstation participants who is not from Karnataka but somewhere else, you are most welcome to unmute and also share about yourself. अगर कोई ऐसा है कि आप बाहर से है, is Dr. Jagdish there? Welcome, sir. Good morning. Sir, you are muted. If you can unmute yourself, Professor Jagdish Rathore. Welcome, sir. Namaste.
Yes, sir. Namaste, sir. I am Dr. Jagdish Rathore from the Pune University as a professor in College of Education. Yes, sir. College of Education, and I am interested in the doing the workshop about the psychosomatic problem and as well as hypnotism programs.
Excellent, sir. Nice to connect with you all the way, Professor Jagdish from Pune University, and nice to connect. This is the beauty of this online platform and the sessions where we have a lot of respected professors from different parts of the country. Thank you, sir. and hopefully we would love to connect with you as we move along. Thank you so much. So let's move forward, and the question which I requested you is about is there any shortcut to success? And what the answer we saw in the chat box for last 5 minutes was a very strong no from all of us who are together here. So since you have said no, then I hope I'll be able to present the next slide. So अगला slide जो हम आपके सामने रख रहे हैं, so आप please देखिए, and that is called the success will. From your experience of life, you see, and then you can either agree with it or you can say no, I don't agree with it. So let's have a look at the success will, and I think hopefully अगर आपको लगता है कि हाँ ये meaningful है, you can always try and talk about it with your students when you do the mentoring and all. So this is what I said. Is there any shortcut to success? The answer what you gave me was a strong no. So अगर कुछ shortcut formula नहीं है success पाने के लिए, so then hopefully we can look at the success will. I will request all of you to please move in a clockwise manner. जैसे एक वॉल क्लॉक मूव करता है, आप बायां से दायां तरफ घूमिए, फ्रॉम योर लेफ्ट टू राइट. सबसे पहले वी नीड टू वर्क, एंड वी नीड टू वर्क हार्ड, और आज के तारीख पे वी नीड टू बी स्मार्ट वर्कर. द क्वेश्चन इज व्हाई शुड वी वर्क हार्ड और स्मार्ट? बिकॉज वी ऑल लव टू इम्प्रूव whatever we do. So आप भी जरूर अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बोलते रहते होंगे कि भाई you need to try and work hard or smart because you want to improve. The second one, how can we improve? Obviously, without focus, we will not be anywhere. So we need to have the right focus. So if you see, point number 3 is about having the right kind of focus. Now, with the right kind of focus, we also need to be passionate. And I'm really thankful to all the respected professor for 1 hour or so. Last 1 hour, I have seen the passion with which you have come forward. You have been interacting in the chat box. You are unmuting, sharing about yourself. So that is the passion with which I believe you every day go to your campuses and you interact with your students and discharge your responsibility. So passion is something which is very important. The next one talks about the push. पुश मतलब ये आपका अंदर का एक आवाज, ये मोटिवेशन है जो अंदर से आता है, फ्रॉम विद इन. इट्स नॉट द एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर. सो वी नीड टू हैव दैट अर्ज, एंड आई एम रियली थैंकफुल. सुबह 10 बजे यू ऑल आर रेडी for attending the FIP. So that talks about your inner motivation, which is evident in all the respected participants, whoever is right now in the session. उसके बाद आता है देखिए about the service motive. We all are in the academic scenario of the higher education setup of the country. We are here to try and actually nurture our students so that they can become good citizen of this country. So that is the service motive with which every day we go and perform our duties and responsibilities. Just like today in the morning, respected coordinator sir told you about myself. I represent St.Xavier's College, Kolkata. St. Xavier's College का नाम अगर आपने सुने होंगे, this is a Jesuit institute and we are in existence for over 165 years. I repeat, our college was established way back in 1860. एंड हर रोज जब हम जाते हैं कैंपस में, हमारे जो रेस्पेक्टेड फादर है एक ही मैसेज देते हैं, फादर डॉक्टर डोमिनिक सैवियो, दैट वी आर हियर टू नर्चर आवर स्टूडेंट्स इन सच अ वे दैट दे बिकम गुड सिटीजन, ह्यूमन बीइंग, एंड दे आर गोइंग टू स्टेप आउट ऑफ द कैंपस एंड एक्ट एज मेन एंड वुमेन फॉर अदर्स. मुझे ख्याल है कि आप भी जरूर ऐसे ही कुछ करते होंगे. यू मस्ट बी गोइंग टू योर कैंपसेस विद सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ थॉट प्रोसेस, इवन समथिंग बेटर. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड द सर्विस मोटिव विद विच वी आर परफॉर्मिंग एज academician. Next comes your unique ideas. The way you try and go about your research, the way you try and lead and solve some administrative problems and issues, the way you try and conduct a session, a class of mathematics or even a political science or chemistry, commerce, mathematics, whatever. So that talks about your little bit of innovative ideas, out of the box thinking approach and all those things. So we need to try and develop that. And hopefully, last but not the least, we all need to be persistent. What does it mean? We have to go through a little bit of criticism. We might have to go through a little bit of setback, failures, as sir mentioned today. More failures, sir, has tasted than success, but that's actually giving a lot of learning. And with that, hopefully, sir is guiding his students also. So last but not the least, I think we have to accept a little bit of setback. We have to accept a little bit of pressure situation, and ultimately, we have to continue working hard and smart. Then only, hopefully, we all will be able to taste success. मुझे उम्मीद है कि अगर आप clockwise घूमेंगे, hopefully you made sense of this slide. So I will request you for a quick response in the chat box. Did we connect with the success? अगर आपने connect कर पाया है, you can write a yes. If you did not connect, you can say no. I think after looking at the success wheel, I hope everybody made sense of how exactly we should go about it. More or less, these are terms which are a little bit connected with the word success. When we talk about having the passion, we talk about having the focus, we talk about having some kind of a motivation, we talk about maybe going through a little bit of criticism, setback, failures, and then hopefully we might taste success. Thank you, Professor Amurtha. I can see a response from Professor Jayana, sir, because sir has given already his own life experience. Professor Soumya is saying yes, thank you. Professor Vijay Lakshmi's response is visible to me. Professor Pallavi, thank you so much for your response. Professor Ramya is also dropping a quick yes. Because as academician, I think हर रोज जब हम students को meet करते होंगे, we need to tell them about the importance of staying focused, the importance of having the right kind of passion जो आप दिखा रहे हैं आज के session में. Professor Purnima is saying yes, thank you. Professor Shanta had also given a yes. So slowly but steadily, when we look back, where exactly we studied, we started off with a dream. We then spoke about how we want to take our life forward. And then we discussed about the concept of success and failure, the memorable or special moment from everybody's life. And now we have reached a stage where we can try and hopefully go for some kind of a quick role play. So let's move on to the next part, and then I will request you, if you are interested, we can go for a quick kind of a role play. So the next thought process for all of you, I will request you to have a look, and उसके बाद आप जरूर अपना जो response है आप डाल सकते हैं chat box में. So let's look at the next slide. And again, this is a concept with which hopefully all of us will be able to connect, and after that we'll be able to present our views also about it. So this was about the success wheel, and after that I think I present you with another thought process which says falling in love is easy. I repeat, the thought process says falling in love is easy, but staying in love requires work. So this is another aspect which is connected with hopefully many of our lives, which is a concept of love. So falling in love is easy and staying in love requires work. आपका जो विचार है, whatever you think about it, I will request you, you can write it in the chat box. My question is, falling in love is easy, and then staying in it requires a little bit of a work. If you agree, you can write yes. If you don't agree, you can write no. If you agree to a certain extent, you can write that. So let's see what all answers in the chat box you give. From your experience, you can write whatever you feel about it. Yes, Professor Fastest Finger, who is it? Let me check. A lot of professors have given a response already in the chat box. Professor Pallavi is the fastest finger this time. And ma'am is saying absolutely wonderful from her experience. Hopefully, she had mentioned that we see Professor Paruchoram is talking about. Yes, Professor Jagdish had also given. Professor Archutananda is also saying very true. Thank you, Professor Sindhu. Professor Amurtha is talking about universal truth from her experience. She is writing about it. Yes, Professor Bindu is saying yes, it requires effort from her experience. Hopefully, ma'am is making out that. Professor Dr. Anil Kumar, yes, memorable moment के बारे में शायद सर लिख रहा है. Getting job of an assistant professor is easy, but giving justice to that job is difficult. So we have to work hard. Thank you so much, Dr. Anil Kumar sir, timely for pointing out exactly your thought process at the right moment. Wonderful example has been given by Professor Anil Kumar sir. Thank you. अगर हो सके तो सर आप अनम्यूट करके अपने बारे में दो चार शब्द कहना चाहते हैं, you are most welcome, because sir has come at the right time with the right kind of answer. Professor, yes, Purnima has said yes. Professor Shanta had also given a yes. Thank you very much, Professor
Yes, good morning,
Tasin.
sir.
Yes, good morning, sir. Welcome. From which department and where are you joining from?
I am assistant professor in commerce department, sir. I am working in Mudyaibad, Vijapur district. Sir, as in from the last 5 months, I come to know that getting the job is not difficult, but staying on that job and we have to give our 100% to that job is very difficult, sir. And if you
Absolutely.
give 100% our effort to that job, in the sense, definitely we will do a good contribution to the education systems.
Very true. And what other interest in life apart from academics, research, इनको छोड़ के क्या है interest आपका?
Actually, apart from that, actually, for the sake of to get a success in our career, I started to read motivational books and more novels and inspirational videos. I have started for the sake of to create the inspiration, but later on that has become my habit. No.
Excellent, excellent, sir. Thank you so much. And if possible, you stay in the session. Hopefully, we would love to hear from you how exactly those are affecting you in a positive sense. Thank you so much. That was Dr. Anil Kumar. And I think with this kind of a mindset, every day, sir goes and acts as a role model for all his students. Thank you very much, sir. And I think nice to connect with you. Sir is also from the domain of commerce. So it's an instant connect. Thank you very much, sir, for that. And in the meantime, I can see Professor. Yes, Shanta had also given a yes in the chat process. So what sir said and what all answers you have given in the chat box. So आप देखिए, मेरा intention is not to find into anybody's personal life, but when I talked about the concept of love, it is actually the concept in a wider sense where we can take it forward in different context of life. So let's see. हर एक students जो आते होंगे higher education के लिए, they will also have their ideas about this concept of love and how they actually look at it. So when we talk about it, falling in love is easy, staying in love requires work. मेरा intention was actually talking about the next one. अगर आप देखेंगे next slide, you are aware about it, which comes from none other than a very own late Steve Jobs. And what is that he said when it comes to love? He said the only way to do great work, I repeat, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. एंड मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप जरूर अपने स्टूडेंट्स को ये याद दिलाते रहते होंगे, भाई अगर आप अच्छा कुछ करना चाहते हैं, यू हैव टू बी पैशनेट अबाउट इट, यू हैव टू बी इन लव विद इट. सो इसी वक्त मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा फॉर अनदर ऑनेस्ट आंसर. एज एकेडमिशियन माय क्वेश्चन इज, डू वी लव व्हाट वी डू एज एकेडमिशियन? जो हर रोज हम करते हैं, आप उसको रियली यू लव इट? व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू डू इट? प्लीज गिव एन ऑनेस्ट आंसर. ऐसा नहीं कि आपको लिखना है यस. अगर लगता है कभी कभी नो, नॉट ऑलवेज, मे बी समथिंग विच डोंट वी एंजॉय एट ऑल, you can mention that. At times no, not all, that also can be an answer. But everybody, I think, playing very well. You are actually trying to outperform each other. Professor Pallavi is on the keyboard always. I can see the fastest finger. Thank you. Followed by Professor Shanta. Then we have Professor, yes, Amurtha is there. Professor Navina is there. Professor Purnima is there. Wonderful. So responses coming from Professor Purnima. So everybody, I think you are loving every bit of it, whatever you do as academician. And as I said, you don't have to give a diplomatic answer. You can mention your honest answer. If you don't enjoy one or two things about your role as an assistant professor or whatever, so that you can mention. Yes, Professor Bindu is saying, I am enjoying what I am doing. Absolutely. That's great. Professor Chandappa is also writing, yes, thank you very much. Everybody, those who are in a position to drop. Professor, yes, Tanuja is saying, justice must be done. We love. Thank you for the work we love. Thank you so much, everybody, for that matter, whatever you have said. So you are giving me the confidence that hopefully we enjoy every bit of our profession, the role that we perform, and that's why it is reflected in your answers. So let's move forward. And Harik students, you can see when they join a course, they might be very excited initially about the campus, about coming to the classes, but to hold on to that level of enthusiasm, it's our role as mentor to motivate them, as facilitator to guide them and show them the way, what exactly and how the journey will be. Similarly, for a PhD scholar, getting enrollment might be very exciting in the beginning, but to stay in with the topic area of research, that might be at times a little bit challenging. So that is what we need to try and remember. So let's move on. And with that, I think we come to the next part. And yes, Professor Shardama is saying, I am very happy with whatever Professor Shardama is having. Thank you for mentioning that in the chat box. So let's move on. And I think for almost an hour, we have discussed and understood about the concept of life and life skills. So मेरा एक request है आप सभी से, for next 2-3 minutes, if we can just manage time, we will love to have a role play, provided you are interested. My question is, are we interested for a quick रोल प्ले? सो अगर आपको कोई तकलीफ ना हो, सिर्फ आपको स्क्रीन पे कुछ पिक्चर आएगा, वो देखना है, और उसके बाद एक क्वेश्चन आएगा जो आपको आंसर करना है. So that is the role play we plan to do. I repeat in English. In the next slide, you are going to see a picture appear on screen, and उसके related एक question आपसे पूछा जाएगा, which you need to answer in the chat box. That is the role play we plan to do. So if you are interested for that role play, you are most welcome to write a yes. I think yes, Professor Tanuja, Professor Pallavi, everybody is there with us. Professor Ramia, Professor Bindu. So two things are required. Number one, you have to watch the screen carefully. And second one, you have to make use of the chat option to answer a very simple question. And only condition apply is when you give the answer, I request all of you to please listen carefully. When you give the answer, within bracket, please mention your department's name. Whichever department, whether it is mathematics, philosophy, chemistry, computer science, jo bhi hai, Kannada. So please mention along with your answer. So that is the only request I will have for all of you. So yes, kindly just take a decision if you are interested in this role play. Already, I think a lot of professors are writing a yes. Out of 49 of us who are here, if anybody else who is listening right now in the session, you are willing to take part in the role play, you can please give it. So अभी आंसर के साथ डिपार्टमेंट नहीं लिखना है. So when you answer, then you write the department. Don't write the department right now, please. Let me show you the question. When you answer that question, then only you please write the name of your department. Thank you so much, Professor Jagdish, once again. But थोड़ा देर के बाद. Yes, I hope we can see the role play. So in screen, on screen, you are going to see a dress. I repeat, एक dress का picture आपको दिखाई देगा. And I will request you to mention the color or colors of the dress. जो color या colors आपको दिखाई देगा, you need to write that color or colors along with the name of your department. So that is what the role play is all about. I hope everybody is clear. So पहले आपको देखना है dress को ठीक से. उसमें जो color आपको दिखाई देगा, that is what you are supposed to write as an answer. So I'll request you for the question first. Mention the color or colors of the ड्रेस. एक ड्रेस का पिक्चर आपको दिखाई देगा. सो आप थोड़ा देखिए पहले, उसके बाद आप अपना आंसर डालिए along with your department's name. So you'll have sufficient time, nothing to worry. आराम से देखिए. And I hope everybody will be able to try and play this game because it talks about life is a game, and why not we try and play it together, all of us. So let's go to the next slide, and I hope everybody will be able to play this game. So those who have said yes, can you please click the hand raise button? आपके device पे जो hand raise button है वो एक बार click कर दीजिए, because then I will know how many are players right now in the session, and who all are audience spectators who are observing it silently. So let's request you to raise your hands. Yes, Professor Hima had raised her hand. Dr. Kanum had given a raise of hand. Thank you, Professor Navina had given a raise of hand. Professor Parashuram, thank you very much, Professor Purnima. So life is a game, and I think when we are trying to experience life skills, why not we actually experience it rather than talking about it and discussing it theoretically.